My goodness, when it comes to the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell sure knows how to throw some venom on the fire and make that thing roar. We watched the stock market today. It was doing very well. The crypto market was doing very well with the NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P 500, all in positive territory. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba, Terra Luna Classic, any of those cryptocurrencies out there, all in positive territory. And all of a sudden, the interest rate decision comes and boom, falls off the side of a cliff. But the weird thing is, we met expectations. 50 basis point rate hike coming on in, and the stock market falls. The crypto market falls. Jerome Powell begins to speak and doesn't do anything to inspire investors, and we continue on with those losses there. Now, this doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, but we are going to talk about why we are falling and why the stock market is falling on the back of the Federal Reserve announcement and the interest rate hike that took place today. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day. We are growing our portfolios together. Look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, and a $1 crypto trade is going to get you $5 in free crypto. Now, if you guys want crypto exclusive exchanges where you can buy, sell, trade, short, leverage, any of that good stuff, you've got KuCoin and Binance down in the description. KuCoin and Binance, they offer rewards for the more active traders. So the more you trade, the more you're going to earn. Make sure to check those guys out. But any investing right now, just be a little careful. The economy's on the side of a cliff, dangling by a thread, and it seems like the Federal Reserve doesn't mind cutting that thread and watching it fall. So let's discuss what happened today. Because the 50 basis point rate hike was what consensus was expecting. All of the analysts out there, if you average them together, it was expecting a 50 basis point rate hike. And it seems to be that the market was getting ahead of itself. It seems to be that the market was ignoring analysts' expectations, and the market was expecting a 25 basis point rate hike. Now, because of these expectations and because they were not met, the market fell. It's as simple as that. You know, you've got the supply and demand, and if the markets are expecting one thing and those expectations are not met, then it will fall. If they are exceeded, then it will rise. And what we had today were optimistic investors. Investors believing that we are in a better situation than we really are, and because they believed that, their hopes were dashed when they saw the 50 basis point rate hike by the Federal Reserve today. And Jerome Powell's speech afterwards. We'll talk about that in a second here. But this is good. It could go both ways. So if you're trying to be optimistic about what's going on and look for the silver lining, the fact that the overall market was anticipating good news, they may not have gotten it, but it shows that investors are, 1, tired of the bear market, 2, constantly looking for opportunities to buy, and 3, actually putting their money where their mouth is. If they had these expectations of a 25 basis point rate hike, but they did not purchase leading up into this announcement, the market would not have fallen. If they didn't buy, they wouldn't have to sell off. So therefore, it is a very bullish sign that investors have not given up hope on the overall recovery of not only the economy, not only the stock market, not only the crypto market, but just in investing in general. I mean, if you look anywhere right now, you can see the exhaustion. If you read articles out on Google, if you read articles in any of the financial newspapers or online newspapers like Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, Yahoo Finance, and so on, you can see that investors are getting tired. If you go out on Twitter, my goodness, you can see people just yearning for a bull market and not yet getting it. So it is a breath of fresh air to see the fact that the market is anticipating this good news. But we need to understand that the 50 basis point rate hike, it's exactly what the Federal Reserve said that they would be doing a couple of weeks ago. So it is good that they are on track. It is good that they are slowing the pace of interest rate hikes. I will admit it is bad that they are continuing to raise interest rates, and because we need low interest rates. We need low inflation rates to kind of facilitate a growing economy and spending to take place in that economy. So let's discuss some of the things that Jerome Powell said today, what it means for the future of the stock market, for the future of the cryptocurrency market, and of course for the future of our portfolios, right? Because that's what everybody wants to see, rising in value. Now, some of the key takeaways, obviously we've discussed them briefly here, are that the Federal Reserve is sticking to their plan. They're increasing interest rates at the 50 basis points path, and they have mentioned that as early as the next interest rate hike, we may see a continued slowing of those hikes. So there is a possibility that early 2023, we could see an interest rate hike in the form of 25 basis points. Jerome Powell had mentioned today that it is going to be completely up to the economy and completely up to the environment that we have going on at the time of the next Federal Reserve meeting. So it is not off the table that we see a 50 basis point rate hike at the next meeting, but it is also a possibility that we see that 25 basis point rate hike as well. So positive news there. However, here is the situation that we are turning into, and this is what investors have to be aware of, because this is potentially going to affect everybody across the world. Jerome Powell mentioned that we are going to be going into a sustained period. Now, sustained is used in quotes here because it is a little bit more, I guess, it's not as transparent as we would like it to be. It's more open-ended. A sustained period of slow growth. Now, when you have high interest rates, when you go through a period of elevated interest rates like this, people are able to borrow less money. People are able to spend less money. People are able to stimulate the economy in a way through these purchases with less buying power. And that is not good for economic growth. Now, it does not mean that people will not continue to spend. It does not mean that people will not continue to invest. They will just do so at a slower pace. So you've got to think about this one of two ways. If you were expecting some sort of a V-shaped recovery where the stock market or crypto market just rockets back higher and you could potentially miss out on some sort of a dip buying opportunity, that is not likely what is going to happen. We are likely to see a bottoming out and then a slow and steady gradual growth as those interest rates and the inflation rates begin to lower once again. So it is, look, if you're trying to be optimistic about this and you're trying to look at this in the best light possible, you will have a long period, or you should have, right? A long period of sustained accumulation. If you were waiting and you were wishing for your opportunity to get in at a market bottom, to get in at something that resembles the Great Depression, or that resembles the Great Recession of 2008, 9, 10, and so on, this could be your opportunity. It may take several years to recover the prices that we have seen in the stock market. And it may take several years to recover the prices that we have seen in the cryptocurrency market. But it will recover if history repeats itself. Guys, every single bear market has resulted in a bull market that makes all of the previous gains look non-existent. So if you are able to be here, if you are able to accumulate, if you are able to move through this bear market cycle and into the bull market, Jerome Powell's going to come and go, man. But the economy will be here. And if you play into it and invest into it and believe in the future of it, you will have that generational wealth that everybody sets out to achieve. I wonder what you guys think. Jerome Powell, man, give me your thoughts on him down in the comments below. And of course, if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it. Subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got ClayBro 883 everywhere. You're getting 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin, and Binance, free Discord. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.